Have you ever asked yourself who makes data work like magic? Who builds it? Who breaks it down? And who predicts what next? In this video, we are decoding the three most in-demand roles in the world of data: data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which path is right for you. Hi, hello all. Welcome to Data Surface, where we simplify the complex world of data careers and technologies. If you are a student, a fresher, or someone switching career into tech, this is your roadmap to understanding the core data roles in today's industry. Meet the data dream team, three key roles who are working from the raw ingredients to the future recipes. The first role is data engineer, who is the builder or architect. The second role is data analyst, who is the storyteller. The third role is data scientist, who is the futurist. Now let's jump into the decoding three roles, where these three roles coming to the picture and what are the roles and responsibilities about the three roles. So basically, we can see the differentiation between these three roles. Let's dive into it. If you look at the diagram presented in the screen, it is about complete workflow of any project use case in the data engineering space, right? So basically, if you can see the left side, there are data sources. It could be any apps or any applications or any websites or any databases, could be anything. These all are considered as a source systems. From these source systems, we are bringing the raw data into the data warehouse by using either ETL or ELT approaches. And once you load the data into the data warehouse, then you are going to convert the raw data into the form of transformed data. Basically, you are doing the job of cleaning the data and aggregation, joining of multiple data sets. After applying all these transformations, and you are moving the data into the next space we call as a consumable format. From there, the BI team using this BI tools is going to consume the data and provide the stats or insights about this particular data sets. Then finally, the business is going to monitor the stats and they can apply their strategies about their business at enterprise level, right? So this is the typical workflow. If you go to in data engineering space, any project use case, it will follow this particular workflow. And the data movement would be through the data warehouse or it could be a data lake. Based on the data nature, we are going to use the required tech stack and we'll bring the data into the, and we are going to convert the data into the meaningful insights. This is about briefly complete workflow of any project use case in data engineering. Now, meet the builder, the data engineer. Think of the data engineer as a foundation builder. They build the systems that collect, clean, and move the data from one place to another, just like constructing digital pipeline, right? If you see the highlighted space, that entire space will be taken care by the data engineers. So they are going to build the pipeline to bring the data from source systems into the data warehouse or data lakes. Now the role of the data engineer is work behind the scenes to ensure the data flows from source system to warehouse or data lakes. The primary focus is ensuring the data is collected and clean and organized. That is what we are able to see inside the data warehouse, right? The tools or technologies, whatever used the data engineers are, is Python, SQL, Spark, and cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, GCP. So without the data engineers, there is no clean or usable data for anyone else to work with it, right? These are the basic foundation builders, or I would say architect of this space. Now meets the storyteller is a data analyst. So basically, the data analyst is the translator between the data and business. They take processed data which was given by the data engineers and extract the meaning from to support business decisions. So basically, they are going to get the insights from the clean data by using BI tools. But the primary focus is making sense of data to answer the specific questions which will have the organization coming through. Tools and technologies used by the data analysts are like SQL, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and any kind of BI tool. And also, they have a strong understanding of business and also they focus on descriptive and diagnostic analytics. Also, the data analysts help companies understand their present and past through data. Now, meets the next role, who is the predictor, the data scientist. So, data scientist the strategic and model builder. They take analysis deeper with statistics, algorithms, and machine learning. So the primary role is build predictive models and answer questions like what's likely to happen next. Coming to the tools and tech skills used by data scientists are Python or ML AI library. And also, they have strong knowledge of statistics and modeling and focus on predictive and prescriptive analytics. So basically, the data scientists use historical data to forecast future outcomes and enable automation. Right? I hope now, like we have a brief overview about the roles and responsibilities for these three roles. Right? Now, quickly consolidate all these key points about these three roles so that it will be easy for understanding. If you look at the goal of the data engineer is collect and organize the data. Coming to the data analyst, interpret and visualize the data. Coming to the data scientist, they predict and model. Now coming to the focus area for the data engineer is data pipelines and infrastructure. Now coming to the data analyst is business insights and reporting. And coming to the data scientist is machine learning and forecasting. Now coming to the tools, SQL, Python, Spark, Airflow, and cloud platforms by data engineer. Coming to the data analyst is moreover like Excel, Power BI, SQL, and all BI related stuff. Now coming to the data scientist, Python, R, all ML, AI library. Now work with raw data, APIs, pipelines by data engineer. Data analyst will work with clean data and dashboard, where data scientists work with large data sets and models. Now coming to the business impact side, this data engineer makes data is usable, and basically they're converting from raw form to the usable format. Then data analyst makes data understandable. So they will take input as a usable data and make the data is understandable. Then data scientist is makes the data actionable. Right? Now I hope by the time you got a clear differentiation between these three roles and what data engineer typically do and what is the typical roles responsibilities by data analyst and what are the typical roles and responsibilities by data scientist. Right? Now let's simplify this more by putting a restaurant analogy for these roles. Now if you have a restaurant and if you want to apply that analogy, these three roles, where the data engineer is going to be chef, they prepare and cooks the raw ingredients, which is data, build the kitchen, which is infrastructure, ensure everything is ready on time. Now coming to the data analyst is they playing a kind of a waiter role. So delivering dishes to the customers, stakeholders, and explain what's on the plate, what are the insights are there, and communicate between the kitchen and customer. Right? Now coming to the data scientist is a nutritionist or menu designer. So design the future menus using data trends and predicts customer preferences and then optimizes the ingredients for better outcome. How simple it is. I hope now we got a more clarity about these three roles. Now let's jump into the next slide. How these three teams are collaborating by each other. So first of all, these three roles are not a competitors. These three are a complement each. So these three roles are interlinked each of the other one and they will complement each other and they will work together. They will collaborate as a team and they will derive the actionable insights. So the data engineers prepare the ground, and data analysts tell the story, and data scientists follow the feature together. Together they power a data-driven business from the start to finish. So the data engineering is to give output as a useful data, and the data scientists give output as a predictions. Then data analyst will give the output as a insights. So whether you are a builder or a storyteller or a predictor, there is a role for you in the world of data. So the real question here is which one fits your fashion and skills best. If you like this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to DataSurface and check out for full data career roadmap right here on this channel. Let's build future-proof data professionals one video at a time. In upcoming video, we are going to discover about the complete data engineering roadmap. Please stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button. See you in the next video.